Well, the clock says it's 7 o'clock, so let's start. Welcome to all who might be watching. And if you're watching it on a replay, leave a comment and I will get back to you. But when it's live like this, I have a hard time focusing to see comments, but rest assured that if you make one, I will respond to it this evening right after I get through with recording. So I am Sue, the Soggy Stamper. Rain or shine, it's stamping time. And this is Friday evening, 7 o'clock on Friday evening, gorgeous Friday evening. And I'm really excited. I had got a couple of new stamp sets this week, and I really love this one. It's called, let me get it out. It's called Encircled in Nature. And I thought I've seen some samples made of this and decided that it would be a perfect one for particularly men's cards or anybody who likes nature. And so I created this one. I showed this card to my husband. This is a sailboat, by the way. Showed it to my husband, and he says, that looks like the angel of death on a boat. And I went, whoa, yeah. I think this is a little bit of ink got there that's not supposed to be there, but it does. It looks like they're on a paddle board. And now that I've seen it, I cannot unsee it. But hopefully the next card I make, the angel of death won't be there. So this is the card, and I'll be using this new set, Under the Moon. This comes up in the new annual catalog. I got it on pre-order. And the Thinking of You comes from this Garden Meadow set. This is an online exclusive, as is the Encircled in Nature. Now, one of the things that's nice about this set is the dies, or the dies. One thing that's nice is the dies. So you get these two dies, and what's nice about them is these little tabs help you to line it up. So you put the two together on your cardstock. Let me show you. So you would put them two together on your cardstock and line it up that way, and then die cut it, and then you end up with this ring, this wreath, this twig wreath. It's very, very cool. And I do suggest that before you cut it, that you put adhesive sheet on the back, so you don't have to worry about putting little tiny dots of adhesive all the way around it. Okay, so that's those dies. Then it has two dies that are flowers, which I used on this card. We'll be making this card as well. It has a die to cut out this bouquet, and it has a wreath die that has berries on it, which is very, very cool. I think this at Christmas in the fall will be wonderful. And then it has three dies. They're trees. Like groups of trees. And I think this one is a tree, but it might be a fern or a flower, although it shows a tree here. So I think it cuts out this stamp. Let me. Yeah, it cuts out that stamp. The saying is, may this year be incredible and filled with possibilities. I love that for a birthday. That is so perfect. Then in addition to that, the wreath, there is this die, which are just like green leaves or twigs or something like that, that will you cut. And what I like about it is it curves the two ways so that they fit along the wreath. Okay, so those are the dies and the stamp set. And then for the label, I used this next to the smallest die of the deckled edge rectangles. And I cut it down a little bit so it wouldn't be quite so long. So let's begin with this card here. And how to find my card pieces. I thought I had them all here. Get the stamp sets and this out of the way. Well, that's for that one. There's that. Oh, come on. Okay, sorry about that. So 8.5 by 5.5. This is pecan pie cardstock, and this is part of the meandering meadow. And this is a really beautiful side to it, but the back side is like clouds, and so I'm using the back side instead. So fold the card base. And I've already cut this out. No, before I put it on there though, I'm going to stamp. I'm going to be using the pieces of the moon. I'm going to use this water stamp, and then I'm going to use the boat. And I'm going to use the water with Misty Moonlight. This is really nice. It's one of those instinctive sets. It has gradation. So I'm going to put it about like that. And have nice water with a little bit of the sun showing through, I think. I think that'll work. And then I'm going to do the boat with Night of Navy. And I see where that little piece came from. I guess I just shouldn't press quite so hard. There! No longer an angel of death. Hot dog. Okay, so that is all I need to do with that. We'll put it onto the card base. Oh no, it's funny. Like that. And then I have already cut out the evergreens. Yes, come on, where are you? Oh, I know where they are. They're on the dies. So I have the stamp and seal, or the adhesive sheet rather, on the backs of these two dies. So I'll poke them out. This is the only way, stamp and seal is the only way to glue these down. Come on. There. Okay, we'll poke them out. A couple more that need to come out. Maybe it'll come as I lift the paper backing. I'm using mossy meadow cardstock for these. Now come out. There. And this is curved to go along the left side of the circle. Like that. And then the smaller ones are curved to go the other way. Come on up. I saw a tip where you put the adhesive sheet with a gap in between. So instead of putting one large piece on, you put strips on and make so that there's a gap of cardstock in between. And that's an easy way to pick up the backing paper rather than have to fight it like I was doing. Okay, now then, to finish it off, I have a tag that I'm thinking of you, and I'll pop that up on Stampin' Dimensionals. And there you have a nice card. I like to have thinking of you cards because you can say, thinking of you, happy birthday, thinking of you, I miss you, all kinds of things you can do. The other thing I would do is to use a piece of very vanilla that would be 5 1/4 by 4 and put it in here so that any hand message that you wrote you could see. So there's the first card. I like the way it turned out. I love this background with the stamped images. This one's a little darker because I stamped it twice instead of just once. So that's the first card I have for you. Now this card is a little more feminine, still nature theory, but it starts with a lemon lolly cardstock. I've got to get that too. Here it is. I'm folding it in half so I know where the front half is. But what I'm going to do is put I'm going to die cut it with the smaller one of these so that, and then I have this one already cut out, I hope. Nope, I'll be cutting that out using both of these. And like I showed you before, you line it up so that the tabs are across from each other to get the perfect alignment for the thing. So I'll be right back. The die is big enough that it makes it tough to put it through the mini stamp and emboss, cut and emboss. And so I went over to use the big one. Okay, so I want this scene, this part here, to show through this circle, and I'm going to adhere it on the back here. Makes a pretty inside of the card too. This meandering meadow is a 6x6 cardstock designer series paper, and it is on the online exclusives and has been quite popular already. Let's get that lined up a little better. Okay, so that's what it looks like on the outside. And I have some adhesive on the sides here. You know what? When that happens, use an embossing buddy, and they'll take the stickiness off. Then you can kind of rub it with your finger to get it off. Go to one of the box stores and you can get an adhesive eraser too. So I was a little bit too generous with the adhesive. Come on. There. That's better. And with the two cut together, I end up with this. And you can kind of see how it matches up. Like that. So we'll pull off the paper backing. And I'm going to anchor them with some washi tape. That's lost sticky. And we have two lovely flowers. Poke out the little hole, the little chads. These remind me of lupin, which would be blooming here in the scenery of the Designer Series paper. So I'm going to color them with Stampin' Blends, and I've chosen Light Highland Heather for the flowers. And the closest I could find for the green that would coordinate with the background is the shaded spruce. I love coloring with the blends. It makes it, I just love the way the results with them. You could use Stampin' Write markers for this, but I like the more translucent look of this ink. And it looks like I got a piece of come on. There's a piece of paper that I don't want there. There we go. Huh, I didn't get all the flower colored either. Kind of helps to do this on a darker background when you're coloring white things. Okay, so we'll do the leaves and the stems. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to put them around the sides here. So I'm going to put one there, and the other one goes the other direction. So this is the last full week that you can take advantage of the retirement sale. Next Wednesday is May 1st, and the new catalog will be live then. And Friday, I'm going to go through the new catalog with you guys. I'll finally show it to you. So there's our focal point, and I'm going to stamp the greeting using the Pecan Pie ink. And this is the one that says, "May this year be incredible and filled with possibilities." A great wish for somebody on their birthday. Like that. Now to finish it off, just a little bit of a bow, a little bit of embellishment. And this is Pecan Pie center stripe ribbon, and it is also part of, was also on the online exclusives. So it's not in the catalog. You can go online. If you go on to my Stampin' Up site, it's creationsbysue.stampinup.net, or you go to my blog, soggystamper.com, and the upper right-hand corner is a link to my online store. And I think that's probably easier to remember than the long creationsbysue.stampinup. I started the online store before I started blogging, and therefore they don't quite match up together. So I'm going to put the bow on in the center here with a glue dot. These are the mini glue dots that come in the paper pumpkin kits, and they are wonderful for putting on bows and small things because you don't have to curl them up. They're small, and Stampin' Up in their kits always give you more than what you really need. So there you are. This is the second card. So out of the same set, same bundle, we get 2 entirely different cards. So I thank you for watching. This is Sue Erickson, the Stampin' Up demonstrator in the Pacific Northwest. My email is sue@soggystamper.com. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me. Or if you want to place an order, I'd be happy to take one. You can send it to me at my email, or you can go online at my Stampin' Up store. And my blog is soggystamper.com. And this video will be up on my YouTube channel, The Soggy Stamper. I'll put it up this evening. So thank you. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you again next Friday night when I can show you